Hello, welcome to Ikate's Crossing. Okay, actually it's afternoon, good afternoon. Right, so what I've been doing is binge watching, rewatching the Supernatural TV series, right? And so I've been through and I've pulled out the cards that are so far in this, who have come across in the TV series, like Lucifer, of course, Dean, John Winchester, the Salt, Castiel, Sam, Dean's Amulet, Benny, of course, with the vampire, from Purgatory, Jody Mills, the cop, of course, Death came up, the angel blades that they use, Pie, of course, Dean loves Pie, Purgatory, as I said, where he met Benny, Meg Masters, the demon that has transformed from that blonde to her, the different characters, all the different bodies, should I say, that the demon has used, Meg Masters being that demon, and the way that she has come across in the different ability, and the way that she works with the Winchesters, or against the Winchesters, depending on the mood. Of course, there's Garth Fitzgerald. He's come up a few times in the TV series so far, a few episodes. Gabrielle, he pretended to be Loki at one point, and of course then they discovered who he truly was. Bobby Singer, of course, the father-like figure who sort of guided the boys in their hunting ability. The devil taught them of course, the devil trap that he had in his home, and now that they use to trap the demons. Then we've got Kevin Tran, of course, the prophet that at the moment, and the different episodes that he is escaping from Crowley, and the way that he works with the Winchesters, and sometimes alone with his mum and things like that. Okay, then we've got the Crossroads Demon, and you're working with the selling your souls for what you want, and those people who really didn't realize what they were getting in for. And then of course Sam and Dean used it to help with their different scenarios and what happened with that. Of course, the Colt, the gun that can be used to kill the demons, of course, another way. We've got John Winchester's journal, which helps the boys as they go through this hunting of the different monsters, or the different characters, and how they can deal with them. We've got Ghost Faces, the boys or the team that want to hunt ghosts but don't really understand what it's all about until, of course, Dean and Sam show them. Then they've got the anti-possession, which they have on their on the side of their chest, sort of underneath their shoulder, and of course Kevin got his done on his arm and his mother, and of course Crowley got it, was able to possess Kevin's mum because of the character or the monster that he used to burn off the symbol of her arm. So as long as it's intact, it's okay, but if it gets scarred or destroyed in any way, of course it can be there. Then we have Baby, which of course is Dean's car, his Impala, which was his father's car and now his. And then we've just come across Charlie. Now Charlie helped them take down the Can't even say it now. Leviathans. And then we discovered her in the LARPing that she did with as a queen of Moondor, and that was kind of interesting in regards to her falling in love with the fairy who had been controlled by somebody who wanted to win, etc. So it was all it's a bit of an interesting. So I hope you guys have seen it, because now I'm sort of sharing too much information, but it sort of might give you a thing. Anyway, I was shuffling these cards and Crowley came up. Now Crowley was, or is, the he was the Crossroads demon and is now the King of Hell, and he's a bit of a flip-flopper in the way that he sometimes assists the Winchesters, but in other times he is quite violent and quite horrible in the way that he deals with things. He's a very nonchalant type of character where he doesn't have just no remorse in anything he does. He does what's best for himself. He's quite selfish. He really only thinks of what's the best for him. So there's sort of a love-hate relationship with Crowley in a way, in that you can see where he's sort of coming from in some of his aspects. He plays a really good character. Like, he's really good at the character he plays, but at other times you want to sort of really hate him for what he does. So it's quite interesting in that respect. But let's have a look and see what the guidebook says about Crowley. So this is my card for reflection. I was thinking, what do I sort of need to reflect on today? And it's kind of interesting when you look at Crowley. So let me just grab the okay, we've got a suave deal maker with a penchant for self-preservation. Crowley oscillates between being an enemy and an ally to the Winchesters. His ruthless ambition, love of loopholes, and assertion that denim-wrapped nightmares shouldn't be underestimated advanced him from King of the Crossroads to King of Hell. With his calm demeanour intact, although his ultimate sacrifice aided the Winchesters, trusting Crowley wasn't initially easy for Moose and Squirrel. That's what he calls them. That's what he calls Dean and Sam. Moose and Squirrel. For the greater good, they needed to release the grudge they held. Crowley calls you to do the same. When resentment consumes us, we rob ourselves of peace, getting caught up in a vicious cycle of suffering. This doesn't mean you need to forgive someone immediately or surrender your convictions, even if that person was raised by a witch, but give yourself permission to release the hold they have over you. In the words of Crowley, you're not somebody's bloody sidekick. So I feel like this is a sense of saying it's okay to release the hold that someone has over you. So I think if you can just release that hold and allow yourself to choose the way you react to this situation or to what's going on. Maybe you've got maybe you've got some hate on your YouTube channel or your post or something like that, and it's that need to sort of, okay, that's their opinion. I don't need to get into an argument with them. I just need to let that go. It doesn't need to affect me. They actually don't have a hold on me. I can allow myself to move forward. Maybe someone has said something to you. Maybe someone is nasty to you in some way, whether it's in person or online. And I actually don't need to hold on to that. It's okay for them to for me not to take that on board. That's okay. So it's kind of interesting there with things. With one of the podcasts that I'd watched on one of the channels, and I suggest you go and watch it on Reroute. Their interviews are amazing. Reroute with Eamon and Beck. Definitely very vulnerable interviews, and they really create a safe space for the guests, which I think is absolutely beautiful. They have themselves gone through an incredible journey, which they've shared with us, and just find that sometimes people can, you know, and these haters that create nasty posts about others, you know, expressing their opinion. I think it's kind of important for us just to sort of let that go. That's their thing. If that's what they want to create, doesn't mean that we have to watch it. So kind of important there. So I found like this is quite important. I'm nobody's sidekick. You know, I don't have to get wound up in other people's dramas. I can stand on my own. So kind of important. Be who I need to be, an authentic self. So I love that. So I've rambled a little bit anyway. My thoughts, my opinions, you can agree or disagree, but I think it's quite important for us as individuals, as content creators, to not get wound up in what other people think when it's nasty. We don't have to take on board other people's opinions, other people's thoughts of us. Let us be who we truly are and share what we want on our YouTube channel. Okay, so that's it from me. So that's kind of important. That's what I want to think of here. You know, I'm not doing what other people expect of me. I'm doing what I want. It's my vlog, my channel. So that's it from me. So don't forget, check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. And I do want to say a big thank you to my Ko-Fi monthly members. But I also want to say a big thank you to my Ko-Fi supporters that have purchased from me or following me in any sort of way. Thank you very, very much. I also want to say a big thank you to my YouTube subscribers, my Instagram followers, and also a big thank you to those that are on TikTok. Thank you very much for following or liking my videos. Also, thank you to those that are on YouTube that have subscribed and rung that bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Thank you guys. Really, really appreciate the support, the love, the comments. Really, really appreciate it indeed. So thank you. A blessing to you all. Love you all. Thank you.